I can tell you exactly what happened at Friendster. It was bad management. It wasn't platform shift. It was a bad management team that couldn't keep their servers running. They couldn't maintain simple things like the integrity of their database. People's messages were getting corrupted. The login times, the load times for every page were going up. And that created an opening in the marketplace where MySpace was able to enter. MySpace never would have existed if Friendster had been a properly managed company. And I was close to that because most of my friends were investors. I was an advisor to the CEO. We were all screaming the sky is falling and nobody was doing anything about it. I mean, that's a classic case of where a company just blew it. And MySpace is another case where a company just blew it. Facebook had no chance to win. We should not have won the market. The network effects at MySpace were so powerful. The only reason we won was because of the gross incompetence of MySpace systematically over a period of many years.
In the early 2000s, one name dominated the internet like no other. It wasn't Google, it wasn't Amazon, it was MySpace, a social networking platform that revolutionized how people connected online. At its peak, the site attracted more visitors than some of the internet's biggest giants, becoming the most visited website in the United States. But within just a few years, this digital empire crumbled, losing millions of users to a scrappy competitor called Facebook. The story of MySpace is not just about a website that failed. It's a cautionary tale about innovation, ambition, and the brutal speed at which fortunes can change in the tech world. MySpace launched in August 2003. Created by Tom Anderson and Krista Wolf, along with a small team of developers working at a digital marketing company called eUniverse. The timing was perfect. The internet was evolving from simple websites into interactive platforms where people could express themselves and connect with others. Friendster, an earlier social networking site, had already shown there was appetite for this kind of platform. But MySpace offered something different. It gave users unprecedented control over their online identity. What made MySpace special was its customization. Unlike anything that came before, users could design their profiles using HTML and CSS coding. They could change backgrounds, add music players, embed videos, and create layouts that reflected their personality. For the first time, people had a digital canvas to showcase who they were. Teenagers and young adults flocked to the platform, spending hours perfecting their pages and connecting with friends. Musicians discovered they could share their work directly with fans, bypassing traditional record labels. The platform became a cultural phenomenon that defined a generation's introduction to social media. The growth was staggering. By 2004, MySpace was rapidly expanding, attracting millions of users. Every profile came with one guaranteed friend, Tom Anderson himself. His smiling face and a white t-shirt became the most viewed photograph on the internet, greeting every new user who joined the platform. This personal touch made MySpace feel welcoming and accessible. By 2005, the success caught the attention of media mogul Rupert Murdoch, whose News Corporation purchased MySpace for $580 million. The acquisition provided resources for even greater expansion. In 2006, MySpace achieved what seemed impossible. It surpassed both Yahoo Mail and Google to become the most visited website in the United States. The platform was signing up hundreds of thousands of new users every single day. At its peak in April 2008, MySpace had 115 million monthly visitors and generated $800 million in revenue during the fiscal year. The site launched careers for artists including Lily Allen, Arctic Monkeys, and Sean Kingston. Features like the Top 8 Friends list became part of everyday conversation, sparking both friendships and rivalries among users. MySpace had become more than a website. It was a cultural movement. But while MySpace celebrated its dominance, a quiet competitor was emerging from a Harvard dorm room. Facebook launched in 2004, initially limited to college students. Its clean design and focus on real identities stood in stark contrast to MySpace's chaotic, highly customized pages. At first, Facebook didn't seem like a threat. MySpace was growing faster and had far more users. However, Facebook was building something fundamentally different. It prioritized user experience and constantly introduced new features to keep people engaged. The problems at MySpace started almost immediately after the News Corporation acquisition. The new owners focused heavily on short-term revenue rather than long-term product development. Pressure mounted to maximize advertising dollars, and the site became cluttered with ads. Pages that once loaded quickly began taking longer. The highly customizable profiles that made MySpace special also made the platform vulnerable. Users created pages so heavy with graphics and embedded content that the site became notorious for slow performance and frequent crashes. Spam accounts proliferated, and the platform struggled to maintain a safe environment. Meanwhile, Facebook was methodically expanding. It opened beyond college campuses and began rolling out features that kept users returning. The newsfeed, introduced in 2006, created a constantly updating stream of content that was both simple to use and highly addictive. Facebook's cleaner interface appealed to users who found MySpace overwhelming. The real name policy, initially controversial, helped create a sense of authenticity that MySpace lacked. Facebook focused on connection quality over customization quantity. By 2008, the tables had turned. Facebook overtook MySpace in global users, marking a shift that would only accelerate. MySpace tried to fight back with redesigns and new features, but these efforts backfired. Users who had grown comfortable with the platform disliked the constant changes. The attempt to shift focus toward music and entertainment couldn't stop the exodus. Technical infrastructure that had once seemed impressive was now crumbling under the weight of outdated code and poor maintenance. The company underwent multiple management shakeups. Tom Anderson stepped down as president in 2009. News Corporation, watching their investment collapse, demanded increased advertising to recover costs. This created a vicious cycle where more ads drove away more users, which required even more ads to maintain revenue. By 2011, the situation was catastrophic. MySpace lost 10 million users in a single month. Traffic dropped 44% compared to the previous year. Advertisers refused to commit to long-term contracts with a dying platform. In June 2011, News Corporation sold MySpace to Specific Media for just $35 million. The company had lost 94% of its value in 6 years. Justin Timberlake joined as part owner, attempting to rebrand MySpace as a music-focused social entertainment platform. Despite these efforts and multiple redesigns, the platform never recovered its former glory. In 2013, a major redesign deleted all previous blogs, angering longtime users and destroying years of content. A 2019 server migration disaster wiped out 12 years of user-uploaded music and photos. What killed MySpace was not a single catastrophic failure, but a series of strategic mistakes. The platform prioritized monetization over user experience, allowing the site to become cluttered and slow. It failed to innovate while Facebook constantly evolved. The acquisition by a traditional media company brought corporate bureaucracy that stifled the creative, fast-moving culture that had built the platform. MySpace tried to be everything to everyone, losing its identity in the process. When younger users aged and their tastes changed, MySpace felt dated and stuck in the past. Today, MySpace still exists, but it's unrecognizable from its glory days. The site now focuses on music and entertainment, attracting only 7 million monthly visitors compared to Facebook's billions. Tom Anderson, the face that greeted millions, retired and became a world-traveling photographer. He lives in Hawaii, splitting time between golf, architecture, and capturing breathtaking images. His estimated net worth of $60 million suggests he made the right choice stepping away. He occasionally posts on social media, his profile picture still that same low-resolution image from 2003. The MySpace story offers critical lessons for the tech industry. Success in social media is never permanent. User experience must always take priority over short-term profits. Innovation cannot stop, even at the peak of success. The internet moves fast, and companies that fail to adapt get left behind. MySpace was first, but Facebook was better. In the ruthless world of technology, being first means nothing if you can't stay relevant.